Hey everyone, Dr. Mike, another snow day. It is cold outside. It is blowing. It is just crazy. It's really hard to be outside right now. But what I want to talk to you today about is doing hard things. There's this place in your brain called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, and there's not a test on it. It's not important what it's called, but it's a part in your brain that gets big, meaning neuroplasticity, meaning the brain actually changes. It's a part of your brain that changes when you do things that are good for you, but that you don't like to do. Okay, so when it's really hard to admit when you're wrong, and you have to go up to someone and say, "I'm sorry." That grows, unless you like that sort of thing. That grows that anterior mid-cingulate gyrus. Why is that so important? That part of the brain in people that age really well and live a long time is really big. All right. It happens and it grows when you do workouts that you don't want to do. It happens and it grows when you pass on alcohol or food that you shouldn't be eating. It grows when anything you do something hard. You hear about all these cold plunges. Well, if you hate cold plunges and you do cold plunges because you know the anti-inflammatory benefits and the neurochemistry benefits, you do it anyway, that part of the brain grows. If you like cold plunges and you're like, hey, this is easy, that doesn't grow it. If you love workouts and you're like, this is just who I am, that doesn't grow it. But this is how we grow willpower to do the right things. Now, unfortunately, in our population that's overweight or obese, it's almost non-existent, that part of the brain. But the good news is you're not just born with good willpower or bad willpower. It can literally be grown, again, by doing the things that we don't want to do. So those times when you work out and you don't want to, it grows. The times when you eat the things that you know are good for you and you really don't want to, it grows. So there's not zero benefit. In fact, there's huge benefit in doing things that you don't want to do. Your brain will kick off specific chemistry as a way of rewarding you for doing the right things, even though you don't want to do them. And it gets bigger, so it's easier to do them next time. And you can see why people with that part of their brain that are bigger typically would live longer, have more energy, be in better shape, those sorts of things. And so what came first, the chicken or the egg? The workouts, did that do it as far as longevity, or did that brain part? But they just work together. So it's that anterior mid-cingulate cortex is what we want to build, because that's really going to last or lead to longevity, lead to a lot of peace and contentment. And that's the chemistry, that's the serotonin that we want in the brain. We love you guys. We'll talk to you next time.